안녕하세요. 토미입니다. Lots of fun learning Korean today. Today I'll explain 3 expressions. First, 으나마나, to be no use doing, even without doing. Second, 는데다가, and also moreover. And third, 는셈이다. It's practically more or less similar to another. Once you learn the grammar for today, you will be able to compliment others. Like 우리 학생들은 한국어가 능통한 데다가 사교성도 최고예요. Our students are not only good at Korean, but also very sociable. As you can see, I always proudly talk about you guys to my friends because you guys are brilliant. I'm sure you can complete the intermediate Korean. Let's pass topic 2 and be a supermaster of Korean. 그럼 시작할게요. First of all, let's look at the first grammar, 으나마나. This mainly follows verbs and means to be no use doing, even without doing. Korean people use this expression to mean the result is the same whether or not you do a certain thing. When you use 으나마나, you are kind of giving up the result. So your face is going to be a little bit disappointed look like this. Do you get it? Let's see the usage of 으나마나. You use this grammar for mainly verbs. You add 나, 마나 to a verb which does not have a final consonant. For example, 가다, to go, does not have a final consonant. So you add 나, 마나 to make 가나, 마나 to be no use going. You use 으나마나 to a verb with a final consonant. For example, 먹다, to eat, has a final consonant. So you add 으나마나 to make 먹으나 마나 to be no use eating. Korean people also use this expression in a form of 으나마나 하다. It is the same whether or not you do, or 으나마나이다. It is no use doing. Now let's read an example sentence to understand this grammar. 그 사람한테 물어보나 마나 말 안 해줄 거야. It is no use asking that person. He will not tell you. You can feel that this speaker is giving up on asking that person, right? You can convey this kind of nuance from this grammar. Do you get it? Here, 물어보다, to ask, does not have a final consonant. So you add 나, 마나 to make 물어보나, 마나. No use asking. Let's read the next sentence. 그 사람 발표는 들으나 마나 별것 없을 거야. I can guess that person's presentation will be nothing special, even without listening. Wow, so sarcastic. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Such a painful sentence, isn't it? I would be very sad if someone said this to me. So I'll do my best not to receive this kind of comment. Anyway, here, 듣다 has a final consonant. So you add 으나마나 to make 들으나 마나, even without listening. Now, let's read the next example. 비가 너무 세게 와서 우산을 쓰나 마나 별 차이 없었어요. Because it was raining heavily, whether or not I used an umbrella, there was no big difference. Wow, the rain must be very severe, right? Here, 쓰다 does not have a final consonant. So you add 나, 마나 to make 쓰나, 마나, whether or not I use. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 그 사람은 안 올 거예요. Whether or not you wait, he will not come. Number 1, 기다리다 마다. Number 2, 기다리나 마나. See, there are only negative expressions for this grammar. It is such a sad sentence. I don't wanna cry. But you might hear this in Korean drama, right? Anyway, the correct answer is number 2. 기다리다, to wait, does not have a final consonant. So you add 나, 마나 to make 기다리나, 마나. Number 1 is wrong because it does not exist. It is very similar to 기다리나, 마나. But 기다리다, 마다 is a fake expression that I just made up. It sounds like a magic spell, right? 기다리다 마다, 기다리다 마다. Anyway, enough for magic spell. Let's read the correct sentence as if you say this to your friend. 기다리나 마나. 그 사람은 안 올 거예요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Okay? Then let's look at the next quiz. 이런 제도는 정말. It would be the same whether or not this kind of system exists. Number 1, 있나 마나예요. Number 2, 있으나 마나예요. The correct answer is number 2. Attention here! I will say something very important. 있다, that is, to exist is considered a verb. Ta-da! Don't forget! Therefore, 있다 has a final consonant. So you add 으나 마나 to make 있으나 마나. Besides, you want to say it politely. So you make the phrase 있으나 마나예요. Number 1 is wrong because 있나 마나 is grammatically incorrect. So please be careful. Let's read it thinking that we don't need that kind of system. 이런 제도는 정말 있으나 마나예요. Please read this part at least 3 times with frustrated feelings, okay? Now let's move on to the second grammar. 는데다가 means moreover and also. Korean people use this expression when they convey additional information about the same subject. As you can see, 는데다가 has parentheses on 가, so you can omit it if you want to. The meaning will be the same. For today, I'm explaining without omitting it. To apply this grammar for verbs, you attach 는데다가 regardless of the final consonant. For example, 가다, to go, becomes 가는 데다가 to go and moreover. 먹다, to eat, becomes 먹는 데다가 to eat and moreover. For adjectives, you attach 으 니은 데다가. You use 니은 데다가 if an adjective does not have a final consonant. For example, 기쁘다, to be happy, does not have a final consonant. So you attach 니은 데다가 to make 기쁜 데다가 happy and also. You use 은 데다가 if an adjective has a final consonant. For example, 좋다, to be good, has a final consonant. So you attach 은 데다가 to make 좋은 데다가 good and moreover. For nouns, you attach 인 데다가. You can apply it regardless of a final consonant. For example, 교사, a teacher, becomes 교사인데다가 to be a teacher and moreover. And 학생, a student, becomes 학생인데다가 to be a student and moreover. Then let's read an example sentence. 눈이 오는 데다가 바람까지 불어서 진짜 추워요. It is snowing and moreover the wind is blowing. So it's really cold. Wow, I can feel the cold atmosphere from this sentence. Anyway, here, 오다, to come, is a verb. So you add 는 데다가 to make 오는 데다가 snowing and moreover. By the way, Korean people express this kind of incessant bad situation in a 4-character idiom, right? Do you remember that? In English, it is misfortunes never come along. 선생님, 설상가상 아니에요? That's right! You must be genius! It was 설상가상 to make matters worse. So you can also say 눈이 오는 데다가 설상가상으로 바람까지 불어서 진짜 추워요. It's snowing and to make matters worse, the wind blows so it's really cold. Can you feel the cold? Good. Then let's read the next sentence. 짐이 많은 데다가 집까지 거리도 멀어요. There is a lot of baggage and also it is far from home. This is also a very bad situation, right? Ooh, I don't want that to happen. Anyway, here, 많다 is an adjective that has a final consonant. So you add 은 데다가 to make 많은 데다가 there is a lot of. And also, Let's read the next sentence. 내일은 일요일인데다가 날씨도 좋아요. Tomorrow is Sunday and moreover, the weather is good too. Now, finally, we can see the positive sentence. Here, 일요일 is a noun. So you add 인데다가 to make 일요일인데다가 it is Sunday and moreover. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 우리 오빠는 담배를 술도 안 마셔요. My brother doesn't smoke and moreover he doesn't drink alcohol. No smoking and no drinking? I kind of like that person. What do you think? Anyway, I have to give you two choices. Number one, 피운 데다가. Number two, 안 피우는 데다가. The correct answer is number two. 담배를 피우다 is to smoke. So 담배를 안 피우다 is doesn't smoke. 안 피우다 is a verb. So you add 는 데다가 to make 안 피우는 데다가 doesn't smoke and moreover. Number one is wrong because 피운 데다가 means smoked and moreover, which is the past tense. Then let's read it as if you are introducing your brother to someone else. 우리 오빠는 담배를 안 피우는 데다가 술도 안 마셔요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Then let's look at the next quiz. 이 제품은 가격이 품질도 좋아요. This product is reasonable and also of good quality. Number one, 싼 데다가. Number two, 저렴하는 데다가. The correct answer is number one. Both 싸다 and 저렴하다 mean to be cheap, reasonable. Also, it is an adjective that does not have a final consonant. So you add 니은 데다가 to make 싼 데다가 or 저렴한 데다가. Number two is grammatically wrong because you cannot attach 는 데다가 to an adjective 저렴하다. So please be careful. Then let's read it as if you became an actor in an advertisement. 이 제품은 가격이 싼 데다가 품질도 좋아요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Now let's move on to the last grammar. Are you guys following me? I hope you do. When you attach 셈이다 to noun modifiers of verbs or adjectives, it means I could say it's practically more or less similar to another. For verbs in the present tense, you add 는 셈이다, and it means it's practically the same as doing something. For verbs in the past tense, you add 은이은 셈이다, and it means it's practically the same as having done something. For adjectives, you add 은이은 셈이다, and for nouns, you add 인셈이다. Then let's read an example sentence. 우리가 처음 만난 게 대학 때였으니까 올해 10년째가 되는 셈이네요. It was the university when we first met, so it's practically becoming more or less the 10th year this year. Here, 되다 to become is a verb, so you add 는 셈이다 to make 되는 셈이다. It's practically becoming more or less. Let's look at the next sentence. 벌써 2시네요. 아침부터 일했으니까 5시간이나 걸린 셈이군요. It's 2 o'clock already? Isn't it? As we have worked since this morning, I could say it took no less than 5 hours. Here, 걸리다 to take time is a verb which does not have a final consonant, and you want to use it in the past tense, so you add 니은 셈이다 to make 걸린 셈이다. I could say it took. Let's read the next sentence. 그 선생님이 상민 씨 대학 선배인 셈이군요. 상민, you could say that teacher is practically your senior in your college, right? Here, 선배, senior is a noun. So you add 인셈이다 to make 선배인 셈이다 is practically your senior. Do you get it? Quizzes! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 한 달에 3번은 만나니까 거의 매주. We meet at least 3 times a month. So I could say we practically meet almost every week. Number 1, 만나는 셈이죠. Number 2, 노는 셈이죠. The correct answer is number 1. 만나다, to meet, does not have a final consonant. In addition, you want to say it in the present tense. So you add 는 셈이다 to make 만나는 셈이다. Besides, you want to say it as you confirm it with a listener. So you add 조 to make 만나는 셈이죠. Number 2 is wrong because 노는 셈이죠 means it's practically the same as we play. It's different from the translation. Okay? Then let's read the correct sentence together. 한 달에 3번은 만나니까 거의 매주 만나는 셈이죠. Please read this part at least 3 times. Then let's look at the next quiz. 유미 씨가 혼자 다. Oh, I didn't realize that it's practically the same as Yumi did them all by herself. Number 1, 하는 셈이군요. Number 2, 한 셈이군요. The correct answer is number 2. 하다, to do, does not have a final consonant. You want to say it in the past tense, so you add 니은 셈이다 to make 한 셈이다, practically the same as she did. Besides, you want to say it like, oh, I didn't realize that. So you add 군요 to make 한 셈이군요. Number 1 is wrong because it is the present tense. Then let's read it as if you told her she did a great job. 유미 씨가 혼자 다 한 셈이군요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Homework! Okay, as I see you learning this part, you guys are excellent. Now, I'm going to give you your favorite thing. U to the yon to the u, hong to the ku to the rami, ha! Homework, come on in! Okay, I have 2 assignments as usual. First, please write 3 sentences using the grammatical expressions we learned today. For the first sentence, please give me advice by using the grammar 으나 마나. It is no use doing that. For example, I would make a sentence like 한국어를 평소에도 자주 쓰지 않으면 배우나 마나예요. 용기를 내서 한국인 친구를 만들어 보세요. If you don't use Korean often in your daily life, it is no use learning. Bring yourself to make friends with the Korean people. For the second sentence, please tell me additional information about something by using 는데다가 and moreover. I would say 그 친구는 대학교를 수석으로 졸업한 데다가 대기업에 채용되었대요. I hear that the friend graduated from college, top of his class, and moreover got a job offer from a major company. Wow, that's such a wonderful occasion, right? For the third sentence, please make a sentence by using 는 셈이다. It's practically more or less similar to another. For example, 목표를 세우고 행동하는 순간 이미 그 목표에 다가간 셈이에요. The moment you set a goal and take action, it's practically the same as when you have already approached the goal. Ta-da! That's a life lesson, right? The second homework is to memorize new words. Please memorize the 40 words from number 481 to number 520 on page 7 in the intermediate vocabulary list. It's already 500 words! That's awesome! There is a vocabulary quiz of 40 words on my website, so just feel free to try it. That's it! You did a good job! High five! Yay! I'm so happy to study with you today. I hope your happiness, success, and improvement, a bright future is always ahead of you. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요.